What's going on, everyone? Filthy Card Breaks here, and today we have a different video than you would typically see on my channel. If you've seen my channel before, I'm most often opening sealed products or subscription boxes of baseball cards. However, my grandfather has a pretty extensive collection of football cards, and recently he's decided to sell some of those. Just because he's elderly, he lives by himself, and they do take up a lot of space. So he decided it was time to move those on. He knows I really enjoy the card collecting hobby, so he shipped them to me. Unfortunately, my grandfather lives several states away, but he shipped them to me, and I just really wanted to share this collection. Now, even though I only collect baseball cards, I do follow all the major sports, and I also really enjoy mixed martial arts or UFC. It's just only collecting one sport really allows me to collect the way I want to and go after the cards that I want aggressively. So I picked baseball, but I really enjoyed looking through these cards. Another thing I want to add before we start looking into these is that my grandfather was a giant inspiration to me. Growing up, he's the only one in my family that follows sports, let alone collects. And once you start seeing these cards, it becomes pretty apparent that the collecting bug, that gene made it to me. And I was really excited to look at his collection and share these with you before we move them on. So we'll go ahead and start. I've already got a bunch here on stands, and we'll go through those first. This is a Randy Mcmichael, and it's a Bowman Gold Refractor out of 50. I just thought that was kind of neat, and you'll see a lot of screw downs. Most of these cards are going to be from the early 2000s or 90s, and lots of screw downs. Here is the GOAT himself. It is a Tom Brady. This is from 2002, so I believe this would have been his third year, and it is a game-used football from the Saints and Patriots in 01. I was teasing my grandpa if he had any Brady rookie cards that we'd be rich. I was kind of joking with him, and actually he didn't know if he had any or not. He said he had about 4 more boxes of cards to send me. We got a nice dual materials here of Dante Stallworth, and then we will look at a bunch of really elite players in the back, including some Hall of Famers. We've got a Tim Brown Gallery Originals, a Marshall Faulk swatch there from Playoff Piece of the Game. You can really tell when my grandfather was in his collecting heyday that relics were a big deal, because the box has a ton of relics included in it. And here's a nice one of Rich Gannon, who won a Super Bowl with the Raiders. Not sure. I'm sure some of these are numbered, but I'm not sure. I'm actually going to check the Brady. Yeah, the Brady's numbered out of 500. Next up, we got a Keyshawn Johnson. He was a #1 overall pick quite a while ago. And his son actually played football in Nebraska for like a year before he transferred out. So for a while, the Johnsons were pretty close to the university here. Next up, we've got Steve Mcnair, great quarterback for the Titans. We got a Tim Couch, and Grandpa had 2 of this same card, one with a black swatch and one with a white. So he must have been pretty high on Tim Couch. Hossa Cards, if you're watching this, he's a big Cleveland guy. He may get a kick out of that. Oh, and here's the other one right here. It's orange, black, and white. This is a nice 3-color patch. I didn't grab all the cards, just some of the ones that I thought were more notable. Just like today, a lot of the cards that he had, he collected were guys that didn't pan out. They didn't have the All-Star or Hall of Fame career. This is a cool one. Curtis Martin and Marshall Faulk, 2 of the all-time leading rushers, and that's numbered out of 250. And then Hall of Famer, the bust, Jerome Bettis. Along with all those, he also sent a ton of slabs, and I just picked out some of those that I wanted to share. I had to do this one, Derrick Brooks, because growing up, my grandfather was a huge Derrick Brooks fan. He really loved the very physical linebackers. Nowadays, the linebacking position is really specialized. You have guys that are only pass rush, or some guys maybe run stuffers, but he really liked these kind of prototypical physical linebackers, and Derrick Brooks was his favorite player when I was growing up, when I was a teenager. And then next up, we've got a Warren Sapp. These are both in BCCG 10s. So kind of neat, just an old Sapp in his Miami jersey. This is a nice one. It's a Beckett 9.5, and it is a LT rookie card. For several years, Tomlinson was the best running back in the game, so it's kind of neat to see his rookie card. We've got the grades on the back, and this is numbered. I didn't realize that when I was going through that before, out of 1350. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire set that he sent. This is a Dion Sanders autograph. So really neat, authentic signature from Score. It only got an 8, but the card itself is really neat. It's a remake of the 1989 set. He's in his Falcons hat. And it's numbered out of 1989. I bet his shoulder was sore signing all these. But really neat neon Dion. Here's another one. I can never say this guy's name. Fred Blitnikoff. That's probably as good as I'm going to get, guys. But he's an old player. I'm not even sure if he's still with us, but this is kind of a neat autograph from 2001. And if you follow college football, the award for the best wide receiver each year is named after him. And this is numbered out of only 21, so really low numbered auto there. Next up, we got from that same reprint autograph set. This one is a Randall Cunningham, and unlike the Sanders, it's got a Beckett 10 autograph grade, and it's also numbered out of 1989, just like that Sanders. I wonder why he decided not to get the auto grade on this. I don't know if my grandfather graded them himself or if he bought them already graded. I should have asked that. This one is kind of neat because my grandmother, when she was still with us, was a giant Cowboys fan. And in particular, Emmitt Smith was her favorite player. She loved Emmitt Smith. So this is kind of a neat one. And I really enjoyed the name of this subset, Boss Hogs. Here is another autograph. This one is of Chad Pennington, longtime quarterback for the Jets. This is an 8. And is numbered out of 1,000. All right. Along the same line as Derrick Brooks, a little bit older, is Dick Butkus signature. This one is a BGS 9, another one of my grandfather's favorite players. The subgrades are pretty good. Surface got an 8.5, and then 9s for everything else. Along with Emmitt Smith, if you enjoyed the Cowboys dynasty, you have to know about Troy Aikman. So we've got the 1989 Score rookie card and an 8.5 for Beckett. There are subgrades. I pulled this one just because I thought it was kind of funny. It was graded by advancedgrading.com, which I have no idea if they're still in business. I would imagine they're not. I've never heard of them. And it's some type of Dan Marino redemption. So it's not it is numbered. It's numbered out of 1,000. But kind of funny. Advanced Grading, never heard of them. If you know anything about them, definitely let me know. And then here is one for Barry Sanders from 2000 Score. This is a facsimile autograph. It's not an actual auto. Just from the team at 2000 is what this set was called. And then the last slab that I pulled out was another Dan Marino card. This one is a game-used jersey, and it got a 9. You can see the subgrades on the back there. Just a legendary quarterback. A lot of people consider him one of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks of all time. So I thought that was neat. Yeah, so like I said, this is quite a bit different than my normal content. But I had so much fun going through this box of cards that my grandfather sent me, and I thought it would be a wonderful opportunity to share it with any of you in case you enjoy football cards, kind of players from the early 2000s in particular. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope you're all safe, be well, and we'll talk to you soon.